Boy, Patrick, I am so jealous.
Why? What did I do this time?
You got to go on a factory tour at InTech.
And I'm going to tell you all about it in this
Midweek
Midweek Update. Welcome back, everyone. And as Patty said, I got to go on an RV factory tour last week. But before we talk about that, we want to talk about the big change here in Northeast Indiana over the weekend, and that was
Our weather. We have beautiful weather now. It is just so spring-like out. Everybody has spring fever at school. It's just been beautiful.
Yeah, and it's so nice to do one of these midweek updates and not talk about snow.
Yeah.
In fact, that 7 inches of snow we had is gone.
Yep. We had some thunderstorms last night, which we weren't used to.
Yep.
Truman didn't care for. And then it just
Quite a
warmed
bit of
up
rain.
today, and it's just gone. And it's supposed to be nice pretty much all
Through the
week.
weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to get a little cooler again.
But we're happy.
Yeah, but for Northeast Indiana,
This
we're
is great weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it's definitely put the camping bug back in us. So we're actually going to go out this weekend for a short weekend camping jaunt. I'm just going to go to a state park this time. And I'm actually planning on de-winterizing the trailer. We're going to run water through the
fluids,
system. And worst case scenario, we'll just re-winterize.
That's right. That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yep. Easy.
So we're looking
Cool.
forward to
I'm
that.
looking forward to
And
it.
then the other thing I had to do to get ready was put the lithium batteries back in.
Right.
And for the last trip we did a few weeks ago, I'd only put in the one
Right.
because I hadn't reconfigured everything. So I have the battery compartment totally reconfigured, and I now have both of our Battleborn lithium batteries installed in the trailer.
Yes.
And we have 200 amp hours.
Oh.
More power.
More power.
Yeah, and I know a lot of you have questioned, do you really need 200 amp hours? I don't know if we do, but I don't want to run out, and
For
it's
me,
nice
it's
just having it.
ease of mind.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about it.
And Patty can run that blow dryer
I can
off
if
of...
my heart's content.
That's right. And for those of you wondering, what do we use? We have a 1,500 watt pure sine wave inverter, and so she can run her hair dryer. We can plug the microwave in if we want. And but now we just don't have to worry about running out of
Exactly.
So maybe a little overkill, I don't know, but it's just nice to have that. But I did get those in there; they're all set up, and everything seems to be working perfect.
Good deal.
And that is paired with our 194 watt solar panel on the roof. I know I love talking about more power. So all right, well, I took a really nice drive last week and headed over to Nappanee, Indiana, the home of InTech RV.
Yes, you did.
And for those of you not familiar with InTech RV, you may have heard Patty and I talk about the Soul trailers. And you may have seen our video when we were in Texas where we checked them out with PJ from Princess Craft RV. And so Keith in sales had reached out and said, hey, would you like to come over and take a factory tour? And I love doing factory tours of RVs.
Me too.
I know. Next time I'll bring you along. But fortunately, Patty couldn't come, but I went ahead and went over. And Keith was so generous with his time. I think I was there about 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what you said.
But once I arrived, the first thing we did was he took me out on the floor where they make the trailers.
And what do they start with?
Well, they start with the frame. Now, what he wanted me to know that made them different than other manufacturers, as opposed to most RV manufacturers who will bring in frames with the axles and the wheels already attached, and then they'll start building the walls up.
How's theirs different?
They build the bottom frame. Actually, they weld the whole thing. It's fully aluminum, and it makes a cage. So you have a solid, there's no screwing walls to floors or ceilings.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and so it's literally, they weld the frame together as a cage. In fact, he was saying they get the aluminum in and they cut everything in-house and they weld it in-house, and then they add a Dexter torsion axle.
What's that?
Well, what it is it's going to give you a smoother ride because each wheel is operating independently versus like the springs on most trailers. And so it's just a nice upgrade on their trailers for that. Then once they get this aluminum cage put together, then they begin the process of putting together their travel trailers.
Cool.
Yeah. And so some of the things he showed me was, for instance, with their walls, typically a lot of the RV manufacturers will have the walls pre-made and then they set them down and screw them or bolt them to the trailer. Well, obviously this is a complete steel, or I'm not steel, but aluminum frame. And then on the inside, they use the wall board, which is that pretty side that you're going to see backed by wood.
Sure.
And then they use a bubble foil right behind it, and that's where the insulation comes from.
Oh, cool. What's how warm does it stay?
Well, he says it's somewhere between an R6 and R7, and which is really good.
That's good.
Yeah. And then all the wiring is ran into the wall, so they drill through the aluminum, but as opposed to just running the cords right through the holes, every hole gets rubber grommets.
That way the things don't get cut.
Absolutely, which makes a lot of sense. So that was really cool to see. And then on the outside and on the roof, they use a material similar to Asdale, so you're going to get that water protection.
Sure.
But this particular material that they use actually is more flexible, and that's so they can run a single sheet all the way across the trailer and down the back. One piece, no seams.
I like that.
And then the outside walls are what he calls a hung wall.
Okay.
So they take that same material, they use an adhesive, put it against the frame, and then they screw it in all the way around at the seams.
Okay.
And so he said if you ever see one of their trailers and it looks like the wall might have a little give, it's okay.
That's okay.
It's supposed
not
to.
like what we think.
No, it's not a delamination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so once they get the walls put together and the roof, then and at some point they put the floor in. I kind of forgot that.
Oh, yeah.
I love they use this corrugated plastic material on the bottom to prevent moisture from coming up. A real thick wood based product, and then they use the Infinity marine grade flooring inside, which we're very familiar with. Yeah. High quality product.
Definitely.
Cabinetry.
Yeah, how's that? Is that
It was, because that's always one of the things I'm very critical of when I'm looking at RVs. They build all their cabinets in-house.
Oh, that's good.
Really nice. And the things that impressed me were, like, when you lift up on a cabinet and you let it go, most cabinets will...
Bang.
Yep. Nope. Those are the gentle close.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
We had
Real
to add
nice.
springs to our fifth wheel so they didn't slam.
Yeah, remember those were always slamming in the fifth wheel.
I know that. That's
so really neat. So they've added the cabinetry. And then they add the plumbing. Now, this is interesting.
What's that?
The fresh water tanks in the Soul line are located under the bed.
Really?
Yeah. Any idea why?
My guess would be so that your water doesn't freeze.
You're exactly right. Because it's up above in the actual trailer under your bed, and if you have heat going, most likely your water tank won't freeze. And then you worry about the combined black-gray tank.
What do they do with that?
They wrap it with a heat blanket.
Oh, that's good.
So Keith says they don't call them a four-season trailer, but you're definitely pushing the limits with that as far as how long you can camp in it, knowing that you have a heated black-gray tank and your water tank is above floor level.
Cool.
Yeah. So I thought those were some interesting things. And they are using a combined black and gray tank, and those sizes vary depending on what trailer you get.
What's the bathroom like?
The
you know
bathroom.
me, I like to have a bathroom. In my
Yes, you
camper.
do.
I like to take a shower. I like to have room. I like cleanliness.
Right. So in the Soul line, which is really the line we focused on, which is their line that has bathrooms, they use a wet bath.
Okay,
which
we know
we're very.
that.
But theirs are a little different in the sense that it's this gorgeous white fiberglass, both inside and out. I believe that's what it is, and. So they put a porcelain toilet in all of their bathrooms and a really nice shower head. But what Keith said was when they were doing their research, a lot of people complained about wet baths that had shower curtains, that they stick to you.
Yes, they do.
So number one, their bathroom was really nice size. I was able to get in, had plenty of room. But they use an exterior door on the shower. Because if you think about it, your exterior door doesn't let the rain in. So if you use an exterior door in your shower, it doesn't let the shower water out.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
So it's a nice design, and so that was the bathroom.
Okay.
I think one of my favorite areas.
What was that, honey?
The kitchen.
The kitchen.
You know, I like to cook.
You like to cook.
So they actually use a metal farmhouse sink. That thing is deep and wide.
Wow.
And then it had a high top sprayer,
Nice.
which he said was actually like a commercial grade. It's a real nice upgrade.
Oh, cool.
And even the 2-burner stove that they put in there has the cast iron grates.
Nice.
Yeah, and storage everywhere. I mean, wherever they could find a place to put a cabinet or a cupboard or a cubby, they are using every inch, which we know is so important in the smaller trailers.
Right.
Yeah.
You're using every space.
Yeah. So the Dawn and the Eclipse have U-shaped dinettes,
Okay.
and then those convert into your bed.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, he was showing me how easy it is to convert.
Okay.
You don't actually use the table. They actually have a special insert,
Okay.
and they even always find a place to store it in the trailer when you're not using it.
'Cause we've had trouble.
Yeah.
You got to figure out where to put that.
But yeah, so they always have a dedicated area that would go.
Okay.
And then the Horizon actually has a dedicated queen size bed, but wait for it, not an RV queen, a 60 by 80 residential queen size bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then the Horizon also has a U-shaped dinette as well in the front.
Cool, 'cause
so
we like that. We like having the dinette and a bed.
Yeah.
Not having to make the dinette into the bed all the time. We've done
and if
that
you're
before.
thinking, I don't even know what this trailer looks like, if you've ever seen a trailer coming at you with a big panoramic window in the front,
That's
and
what
I
I
mean
remember.
big,
Yeah.
that, my friends, is an InTech
That's
Soul.
what caught my eye when I
Yeah,
saw
that's
it.
really kind of like their signature
Yes.
piece. So when you're inside, now in the Eclipse in the front, it's actually your kitchen.
Okay.
In the Soul, the Horizon and the Dawn, that's where your U-shaped dinette
Okay.
is. And you have that big front panoramic window and then windows on the side. Very
Nice.
open, airy, light.
I like windows.
Lots of light.
Lots of light.
Yeah.
Neat.
So yeah, and then I got to
cool.
see the completed trailer and was just, like I said, really impressed with the build quality on them.
Sure.
You can just tell. I mean, Keith kept talking about quality control is
Yep.
everybody's responsibility. That
that's-
each individual,
that's cool.
is
Yeah.
responsible. And you can see it. I mean, it shows in the quality of those
Sure.
builds. So he did share with me they have a brand new package that's just launching
Oh, cool.
on the
Yeah,
Soul
what's
line.
that?
It's called the Rover package.
Ooh.
And think of it as more of an off-road package.
Okay.
So what you get is you're going to get a more aggressive tire. You're going to get about a 2-inch lift to give you a little more ground clearance.
Okay.
On the front tongue, I get the shape right, they have this nice platform. So you could actually attach like a generator or storage box. You get a nice bumper on the back. That you might be able to strap something to, or if nothing else, almost acts like a brush guard. And there's a graphics package with that. And I think that's about it.
Now, because we've had trouble with our car putting our bikes. Can you put bikes?
You
Where
actually
do that?
can, and you don't even need the Rover package.
you put
All
them
of
up
their
front?
Souls come, all of the Souls come with a receiver, hitch receiver on the back.
Okay.
So you could put a bike rack on the
great.
back of your trailer, or you could even, if you don't want to take bikes, you could put one of those platforms and have
Sure.
even more cargo space.
Yay.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to take our bikes. That would be cool.
And I tell you what I really liked on the Horizon.
Yeah.
They have an optional pull-out kitchen.
Ooh, what's in there?
Well, you get, I believe it comes with a flat top griddle similar to our Blackstone.
Okay.
And then you have the option to also add one of those Dometic 12-volt coolers
Okay.
/ freezers, and which would just give you
Yep.
more storage, because inside the trailers they have the I think it's like a 3-point, don't quote me on this, it's a 3-point something combination refrigerator, freezer, and it is 3-way, so it can run off of propane, electric, or 12 volt.
Nice.
And then Keith was showing me one of the things they really like about this current refrigerator they're using. The freezer part can actually be removed, thus creating more space,
Sure.
refrigerator space if you needed it.
Yeah, because sometimes we have issues figuring out like taller bottles and
Yeah.
containers, how to get them in there.
Yeah, so
That's
I kind of
nice.
like that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I really want to thank Keith and InTech for hosting me last week. It was great to get to see around
cool.
and see the trailer. We had seen the finished product, but it's always neat to go on the
Yeah, I like
tours,
tours.
to see how you go from point A to
Yep.
point B. And like I said, I was so impressed with just the
Good.
solid build and the construction.
Neat.
So if anybody's interested in checking out the InTech trailers, you can visit their website, intechrv.com, and there you can find out all the different models that they have, as well as find your local dealer. So
Cool.
if anybody has seen an InTech or you have any opinions on it, drop those down below. And until next time, everybody, we'll see ya.
On down the road.
Good night. Happy camping.